Hey girls, so today's video is going to be this foxy eyes trend that I've been seeing everywhere. All the girls are doing foxy eyes. So I've been watching a ton of YouTube and I stumbled across this new trend called foxy eyes. And you're probably thinking, what's a foxy eye? Because I was thinking that too. I'm like, is this not just a cat eye? Like, what's the difference, sis? So basically, foxy eyes is similar to a cat eye, except the whole point is to give you a lifted look, to make it look like you had a facelift. To achieve this look, I did change up my brow shape and I also did this little eye looks. You will see everything in today's video, but before you get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below. Click subscribe and click the little notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. So I'm going to start out with some chapstick. This is a hydrating lip balm from Laura Mercier. I've just been so dry overall recently. I'm going to jump right into primer. I'm using the Hangover RX from Too Faced. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and apply this. And I'm going to put lotion on my hands once I apply this because my hands are so ashy as usual. But I don't want to put, I don't want to mix my lotion with primer, you know. So I'm going to just put this on. So I just put my primer on my face. I swear it was so quiet all morning. And now that I put the camera on. To get this like foxy eye look, one of the biggest things is definitely working on your brows. It's basically giving yourself an eye lift without going to the surgeon, you know, so making them look higher, and also your brows. So for the brow portion, I'm gonna actually be brushing my brow hairs upward just to make everything look lifted. You want to push everything up, and then since my brow shape kind of goes down right here, I want to make my brows a little bit more straight so that way they look more lifted instead of coming down like right here. I'm actually going to shave a little bit of my brows like down here to make it a little bit more straight. So I'm going to use one of these razors. I got these on Amazon, by the way. You definitely do not need to do this part, but I do like experimenting with my brow shape, so I'm going to actually do it. So what I'm going to do is just cut off this section right here. I also really need to get my brows done because I haven't got them done in like weeks. So this is actually perfect. All right, so this looks pretty good. It's still coming down a little bit right here. So I'm just going to actually just take that off. I'm going to leave it like this. I'm also going to clean up right here. While we're at it, we're just going to clean up the middle part right here where I have some brow hairs. And then on this side, we're going to do the same thing. Okay, so we're going to go back with our spoolie and we're going to brush through once again. So I'm going to take my brow pencil. I'm using the Benefit pencil. And I'm just going to fill my brows in like I normally would, going up in the front. I'm going to just draw a little sideways. And then here we're going to go straight. Like that. I'm going to comb through. So next I'm going to take some clear brow gel, and this one is from Milk, but you can use any one that you like. And I'm going to brush my brow hairs upward like this once again. This gives you like that nice supermodel brow look. The last step for my brows is to carve them out, and I'm going to use concealer and this tiny little brush to just carve my brows out because I want to make sure that they are very precise, because the focus of this look is definitely on the brows and the eyes. So we're going to just carve these out. I actually prefer to use like creamier, like thicker concealers for this part because it's going to help cover any brow hairs that you have that you don't want to see. That looks pretty good. I'm going to actually push it up a little bit more. I'm going to use my little BH Cosmetics brush. I like this brush shape to buff out concealer whenever I do my concealer under my brow. This type of brush makes it blend really nicely. Alright, so this is what the brows are looking like. For my eye makeup, I'm going to just put some concealer on my eyelid. And then I'm going to blend it out with this brush here. Eye makeup is going to be really simple, but you just have one goal, and the goal is to make your eyes look lifted by creating this kind of like wing that goes upwards. For eyeshadow, I'm going to use my Jackie Aina palette. It will work for this look. For the first brush, I'm going to use a fluffy one because I'm going to take the shade Ginger right here, right there. So we're just going to put this in my crease and just blend it. We don't want too much smoke going on in the crease, just a little bit of definition. So we're going to blend this in the crease. and I'm just gonna push it outward like a feline type of shape. Is it a fox? Is not even a cat, is it? It's like a dog, right? I think. Yeah, definitely not a cat. So for the darkness, we're gonna use the shade Credit. I'm gonna stamp a line that I'm gonna follow, but it's just gonna go up like this. So it's gonna bring my eye upward like a cat eye. I was kind of like a cat eye, I guess, but like we're just gonna focus on that using eyeshadow, and we're gonna bring it in. This look is gonna vary based on your eye shape, but as long as your eyes are being lifted, you have achieved the goal. I'm just extending my lower lash line and then going in like here. I decided that I made it a little bit too far out, so I'm just gonna go over and bring this a little bit closer. I'm gonna stop it right here because I feel like it was a little bit too far out. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like this. It was getting carried away. Then I'm gonna use some of this black eyeliner, and I'm gonna focus near my lash line with this. I'm using it on a brush because I want to have control. I'm just gonna take a little bit and go like right here with it. Alright, so that's pretty much that. So for my foundation, I'm going to actually use the L'Oreal Infallible mixed with the Pat McGrath foundation. For this look, you don't want it to be super full coverage and dry and matte. You do want it to be a little bit more like satin, almost luminous, but since my skin type is normally oily combination, I never go for luminous. I always go, if I want a luminous look, I will go for satin. Whenever I use a super mattifying product, it just makes me look a lot cakier, and I love that look for days when I want to be cakey. But for this look, you want it to look fresh, and you do want the focus to be on your eyes. We're doing a 50-50 ratio, 2 pumps of Pat McGrath and 2 pumps of L'Oreal, and I'm just mixing it on the back of my hand like right here. Today I'm going to use 2 concealers. I'm going to start with the Hourglass concealer, and I'm going to use this one as my base concealer, which is going to help give me some coverage, but also kind of like my color correcting concealer, and it's going to help with my darkness under my eyes. The second concealer that I use is going to help brighten everything. So I'm going to blend this in. I usually let the one under my eye sit the longest, so I blend everything else first, and I blend my under eye last. So I'm gonna blend this in. I'm gonna do my second concealer, which is the e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer. When I'm done with my concealer, I'm gonna come back to fix this wing situation. I'm gonna blend it. It's been sitting a little bit. Alright, so now we're gonna set with the Fenty powder. I'm gonna set under my eye right now. This one is in the shade Cashew. And I'm gonna take my sponge, dab the excess, and we're gonna set everything so it doesn't move and it doesn't crease as much. I cannot wait to be a supermodel. When this look is over, I will officially be a supermodel, okay? Alright, I'm gonna fix my eye makeup with this little brush. I'm just gonna put a little bit of powder there to help with that nose contour situation. I'm gonna take this brush once again, and I'm gonna go under here this time because I want to definitely smoke this out as well. So I'm taking the black, and the sun is coming out, so a little bit more light might come into this shot. I'm gonna take the black and I'm gonna go under here. To fix this part, I'm gonna use this brush. This is my concealer buffing brush, and I'm gonna just buff it. take some mascara. This is my Milk mascara, and I'm just gonna put this on my eyelashes. I typically don't use this one on my bottom lashes, but we're gonna risk it all today. Oh, cool. And then we're gonna take some bronzer. We love a good bronzer, so we're using this one from Benefit, and I'm just gonna press that into my face. I'm gonna buff that right on in. I'm gonna use my Laura Mercier powder to make this a little bit sharper. You don't have to do this, but if you do, it's gonna make everything just more precise. I'm taking my MAC powder in NC50. I've literally been using this powder in my makeup routine for like over 10 years. This is crazy. We're gonna need some blush, of course. So we're gonna use this Catrice palette. I got this at Ulta. I'm gonna use the shade Luxar, which is this one right here, because I want it to be like nice and peachy. I feel like peachy just kind of like works for this look. Then I'm gonna use the Milk highlighter in the shade Glaze, because we need to look like a glazed donut, okay? I'm gonna take a small brush to do my nose. My inner area has that little foxy thing. I'm actually gonna still highlight it, but I'm gonna bring it a little bit further. So I could have both the extension of eyeliner and also still have my little highlight, because I like that little pop of color, pop of brightness. It makes me so happy. I'm gonna use MAC's Cork Lip Liner. For lipstick, I'm using MAC's Cherish lipstick. I'm gonna just dust off this powder. For lashes, I'm gonna use the Airdelle Mega Volume lashes in 251. So I'm gonna throw these on. I feel like we can use a little bit of gloss. So I'm gonna use my Fenty gloss and just a little bit in the center. Yeah, I think that's all we really need. Just a little touch of lip gloss. I'm gonna use the Smashbox setting spray today. Spray check. Let's check this, make sure it's working fine. Then I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender and just press everything together. The last thing I'm gonna do is actually put my beauty mark back where it was, which is right here. And I'm gonna go over that with a sponge, so it's not as dark. All right, girls, so this is my little foxy eye moment. I am definitely loving this trend. I love the way it looks. It gives you that nice lifted look, and I'm loving my brows like this. Like, they look very different, and it's giving me like a different face shape, which I'm really enjoying. Hope you guys enjoyed this little foxy trend. Definitely try it out. If you do, tag me on Instagram so I can see your looks, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.